they drop a bomb in the press. And it looks like she indeed dropped a bomb, an explosion in the press about Brigitte Macron in the magazine called Closer. Okay. Brigitte had somehow been spotted at the entrance to the American hospital in Paris, reportedly for undergoing cosmetic surgery under general anesthesia. And the First Lady was furious about this publication, okay? She publicly condemned Closer magazine for her favorite invasion of privacy. Okay, understandable if you're at the hospital getting some work done. Her reaction, though, seemed like an overreaction, especially to journalist Xavier Poussard. It just struck him as odd because a year earlier, another magazine called The Express had similarly outed her for going under the knife with a doctor named Dr. Sydney Ohana, and yet she didn't care. She didn't face that doctor and the Express did not face any public condemnation. Brigitte was not mad at them. So Xavier's going, what particularly about this publication and Closer made her freak out, made her go so far as to set for the first time a precedent in which the First Lady came out and publicly condemned the press? So he began poring over that article in Closer, trying to understand, what did I miss? What did I miss? What's in here that set her off? And he found it. You see, while Closer had not named the surgeon, they didn't at all name the surgeon who worked on Brigitte, they did this sort of petty thing where they left a massive, undeniable clue as to who the surgeon was. In the magazine, they described the surgeon as a, quote, eminent and media-savvy plastic surgeon who would keenly quote Victor Hugo, his favorite expression, woman's flesh, ideal clay. Well, there was only one surgeon who had been featured in the press with that quotation just a year earlier in Paris Match, and his name was Dr. Patrick Buey. He's a plastic surgeon at the American Hospital in Paris, who in that Paris Match feature, which was entitled Operation Young Again, replied to a question that he was asked, and he said, woman's flesh, ideal clay. Now, why was this a bombshell in Closer, or rather a threat that was made, a shot that was fired, if you will, to Brigitte Macron? Because in France, Patrick Buey is known most eminently for one thing: feminization surgery. He is the king of transgendered feminization surgery, to soften the face features. If you are a man trying to become a woman, he will soften your face features with feminization surgery. And if there was any question that was remaining in anyone's minds as to whether or not he was indeed being used by Brigitte Macron, they needed to just wait until 2023, because here's a picture of them together. Yeah, years later, in 2023, Emmanuel Macron decided to award Dr. Patrick Buey with the French Legion of Honor, a high distinction in the French Republic. Imagine the medal. It's the Medal of Freedom in America. He's being awarded that. We're going to pause there because that is a lot of information for you to digest, information for you to unpack, and information for you to research. Again, we are at the very tip of the iceberg when it comes to this couple and the connections and the power that they have and how they were able to execute this farce in the public.